So welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is about creating a responsive navbar using HTML, CSS and JavaScript file. In this tutorial, we will cover about creating HTML structure, then adding some CSS styles for a static view and to make the navbar responsive. At the last, we will write a JavaScript file to make the navbar more interactive. So this is the layout we are going to create. With a wider screen, we will have the structure, the layout like this, with the main navbar consists of the left section, the mid section and the right section. But as we decrease the size of the screen, then the right section will disappear and the toggle button, the hamburger button will appear, and with the left section will remain there. So when we click the toggle button, then the mid section will appear. Again, when we click the toggle button, the mid section will be disappear. So we are going to create the navbar which will be responsive like that. So this is what we are going to create now. We are going to create a responsive navbar. Here we can see that it consists of three sections. One is left section, one is mid section, and one is right section. So as we decrease the size of the screen, now you can see that the left section remains there, the mid section disappears while the toggle button appears. So when we click on this toggle button, the mid section appears, and when we again click the toggle button, it disappears. So as we increase the size of the screen width, so you can see that the mid section and the right section both appears now. So let's start with the first part of our project, that we will add the contents to our web page. As I have created the three different files with the name for CSS, HTML and JavaScript. So we will start first with the HTML part. Now I am adding the contents to the web page. Now changing the title of the document. So this was the HTML part of our project, and we added the contents what we needed on web page. Here we added 3 different sections: left section, mid section, and the right section. First we added the nav element. Nav element is a semantic element which is used for declaring the navigational section in HTML documents. Websites typically have many sections or different sections which are dedicated to the navigational links, which enable users to navigate through the sites. It provides navigational link either in the current document or to another document. So in this navbar, we added the left section, which contains the title. And in the middle section, we added different navigational links with the name, home, about, contacts, and the projects. Similarly, in the right section, it contains the different social media icons, such as for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. And we added these icons from font awsome, which is a popular icon and toolkit library which is used in web development. It provides different icons which can be easily customized and styled in CSS. Many developers include font awesome in their projects by adding a link to the font awesome style sheets. So once included, these font awesomes, once they are included in your document, they can use the provided CSS classes to add icons to their web page, as we have added different icons for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn by using the I element. So any developer can use just by providing the link to the font awesome. Don't worry about this link. I will add this link in the description section, and if you have to provide this link in your head section in order to use these icons for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn in your HTML document. Now we will add some CSS styles to our web page. Link. Writing the name of the CSS file. Using universal selector. Adding some styles with Navbar. Section fixed. Adding display flags to the navbar. Setting color to white. Justify contents. Space between. Align item center. Now adding some CSS styles with toggle button. Setting its position to absolute with the top 18 pixels, with the right 10 pixels. Font size 1.5. define 1.5 and setting the size of the font, background color transparent, color setting to black, color setting to white, similarly border none, border none, display none. Now adding styles to the left section. Setting margin to 20 pixels. Increasing the font size to 20 pixels. Now adding some styles to the right sections. Margin right, 20 pixels. Setting the display to the flex. You can see in a large view. Now adding some styles to the ear tag. Setting text decoration to none. Color to white. Setting padding left to 10 pixel. Increasing the font size 20 pixels. Similarly, now adding some styles to the A when we hover over it. We want to display its color is light gray. Now we want some styles in midsection. Display setting to flex. Now we will use some media screen. Max width. By setting the maximum width to 570 pixels. When this condition is satisfied, then all of the code within this media query, it will be then executed. So what I want to display when the size of the screen decrease to 570 pixels. So I want to disappear these right sections, and I want this section, the mid section, to be displayed as a column. So I have to do some coding over here. Not right section. I want to display none. Similarly, dot navbar, setting its flex direction to column. Let's see if it's working. Yes, you can see that the right section of HTML part now disappeared, and the mid section is now appearing as a column. Now one thing more, align items, flex start setting into the flex start. Okay. Now adding some stars to the mid sections. When we decrease the size of the screen, here the flex direction will be column. We want to appear this navigation links in column view. So by setting flex direction to column, it will arrange like this. Width setting to 100%. Width setting to the 100%. Now adding some stars to the A tag. Text align to center. Text align to the center with the width. By setting the width to 100% and setting padding bottom 3 pixels. Similarly, when we hover over here, we want to change the background color by setting the background color to brown. Now we will see that it will be now brown. Now the last one is the toggle button. So we want to appear the toggle button over here. So as we have already made some CSS styling for toggle button, now we want to make its display is flex or a block. Setting its display to block. Yes, yeah, look, now you can see that the toggle button has been appeared over here by making its cursor to pointer. So when we now you can see that when we hover over the toggle button, the cursor appear as a pointer. Now you can see as we increase the size of the screen, the navbar changes its style, its design. But when we decrease the size of the screen, then the right section disappears, while the mid sections appear as a dropping menu in the form of column. So next point is that when we click out the toggle button, then the mid section then appear, and then when I click the toggle button, it disappears. So we will do some JavaScript code in order to do this. When we click out the toggle button, this mid section will appear. Next, I want to add some hovering effect over the toggle button. When we hover over the toggle button, it should rotate to the left side. So adding some transition. Now you can see the hovering effect with the toggle button. When we hover over the toggle button, it rotates to the left hand side. Now we will write JavaScript file code for responsive navbar. So I will add here script with attribute src. Now I will write the name of our JavaScript file, name.js. Now I will open the JavaScript file. First, I will declare the variable toggle button. By using the DOM technique, document dot get an element by ID. Now what is the ID of the toggle button? Is the toggle underscore button. Toggle underscore button. Now declaring the midsection, constant midsection. Similarly, document dot get an element by ID. Now what is the ID of the midsection? Midsection. Writing over here the ID of the midsection. Now before I proceed further, I have to add one class in CSS file, that is dot show underscore midsection, making the display to flex direction to column by setting the width to 100%. And one more thing, making the display of midsection to none. This will disappear now. Now again, now we will add event lister method, that is midsection dot add event listener for click button, that if midsection dot class list dot contains the class show midsection, then midsection dot class list dot remove if the midsection consists of the class show underscore midsection, then it will remove the class show underscore midsection. Else, if it is not present, then midsection dot class list dot add the class show midsection. So what will happen? It will happen that when I click the toggle button, then the midsection will appear in the form of column. When again I click this button, toggle button, it will disappear. So let's see, is it working or not? So it is not working yet. So here we have made one mistake. So instead of midsection, we have to write here the toggle button. Why? Because we are clicking on the toggle button and we have add event listener method to the toggle button. So when I save it and I click on the toggle button, then the midsection will appear over here. When I again click the toggle button, then it will disappear. So this was our tutorial about the responsive navbar, and we have created a responsive navbar. When we increase the size of the screen, then the navbar also increases in size, which contains both the left section, mid section and the right section. But as I decrease the size of the screen, then first the right section disappears, and the mid section also disappears, and the toggle button appears. So when I click on the toggle button, the mid section again appears. When again I click the toggle button, it disappears. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Please like and subscribe for more interesting videos. Thank you.